With or without a VR headset, Microsoft is about to kill Zuckerberg's Metaverse. After all, Zuck is involved in the Metaverse that he renamed his whole company to focus on it. He plans to spend $180 billion over 10 years creating it, but his concept is incorrect. At first glance, Zuck appears to be in a good position as billions of people use Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp to communicate. Of course, most people still consider VR a toy. Even though there are lots of signals that Zuck will be able to deliver, Microsoft isn't going to let him win. Let's take a look at why Microsoft will beat Zuckerberg in the Metaverse fight. Why Microsoft will defeat Zuckerberg? The Metaverse is an altogether new platform layer. The digital world connects people, places, and things. Isn't the Metaverse a game? We have them. It's true, we already have a Metaverse, thanks to games like Second Life, World of Warcraft, and Fortnite. Games is a terrific way to get into the Metaverse, but things will get weirder with time. The ability to engage with millions of individuals is a shared virtual world, which will make Metaverse experience bigger and more engaging. Diverse economies will arise, supported by a diverse spectrum of contributors. We don't know yet which platform will dominate, but gaming will undoubtedly play a major part, which is why Microsoft's plan is so brilliant. Xbox games like Gears of War and Doom on PC have made Microsoft a major participant in the video game business for decades. However, Facebook simply brought us Farmville, which is hardly a classic. So Microsoft has been building a gaming empire for years, and it is set to get bigger in 2014 when Microsoft bought Minecraft for $2.5 billion. With over 140 million monthly active users, the game is gradually becoming its own tiny metaverse. Then, there is the Mr. Beast competition with 2,000 candidates. With the purchase of ZeniMax Media in 2020, Microsoft gained access to Fallout Dome and The Elder Scrolls. Microsoft recently acquired Activision Blizzard for $69 billion, which is an extraordinarily tremendous sum of money. Mark Zuckerberg on the Metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg said that Facebook will join with Oculus VR, a firm it invested $2 billion in the last year. He added the alliance will allow users to share social media experiences. The Metaverse will have its own challenges, but they won't be the same as online, because spam bots can't access our personal data. The Metaverse may have fewer spam bots. It also has doubtful that the Metaverse will see the same level of identity theft as social media. How does the Metaverse make money? Facebook already makes money from the Metaverse by selling advertising space to the business. And if you are connected into the Facebook at the time, you get a commission. But the Metaverse might be utilized for more than simply commerce. Someone may compose a tale or upload a video and publish it online. Maybe it can be used to play games together. Is this Facebook's goal? No. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg said earlier this month at an investor conference that the business does not plan to manufacture its own virtual reality glasses. Instead, it will cooperate with Oculus VR, a $2 billion investment last year. Zuckerberg said the relationship will allow people to better communicate with friends and share experiences. Unsurprisingly, the average person spends 1.5 hours on Facebook daily. That implies Facebook makes nearly $1 million per day from us. A new study from the UC Berkeley indicated that the typical person spends approximately 1.5 hours every day on Facebook. That's almost 2 hours daily. Observations and suggestions. Microsoft currently has $130 billion in cash on hand, which will be important to the company's Metaverse plan. This acquisition has received a great deal of attention, but I believe that the majority of the people are misinterpreting what is going on. Activision is the company that owns Call of Duty, Overwatch, and even Tony Hawk. These games are cross-platform, and they're widely available on the PlayStation 3 and Nintendo 3DS gaming systems respectively. Certainly, you should make some of those exclusive to your platform and profit from it. Even while Microsoft's objective is to enhance Xbox sales by pulling Call of Duty away from the PlayStation, doing so is not their goal. Microsoft introduced the Xbox Game Pass in 2017, which provided customers with unrestricted access to a large library of Microsoft titles in exchange for a monthly charge. If Microsoft purchased a game company and made those products exclusive to the Xbox, sales of those titles would instantly begin to decline. This was the case before Game Pass. Sure, some gamers may decide to migrate from PlayStation to Xbox during the next upgrade cycle, but in the long run, these acquisitions would be detrimental to the value of the platform. The game publishing industry, despite the fact that this is a significant acquisition, is still remarkably fragmented, as this chart of game publishers by revenue illustrates. Clearly, Google has a monopoly on search and no other firm stand a chance against them. However, of all the game publishers that Microsoft is fighting against, Facebook and Meta aren't even mentioned. This is due to the fact that Zuck has only built out a few little gaming companies. If the Metaverse develops as a result of the game business, then Zuck is in serious trouble. It's possible that people are employing Quest headsets to enter the Metaverse. There's another route to the Metaverse, and it is instructive to consider how personal computer came to be found in every home today. While most people now have a computer in their home, most consumers did not when they were first introduced to them. These large, bulky machines were essentially glorified calculators, and most people had no use for them. Their use at work made them indispensable, as employees no longer had to spend hours moving paperwork and could instead preserve information in computers, resulting in greater wages. They wanted to be able to use them at homes as well. Demand for no-work applications such as games grew in tandem with the increase in the number of home computers available. You might have purchased a personal computer in order to type letters, but you would soon find yourself wanting to use it to play games. The expenditure of thousands of dollars on corporate events by information technology companies is not uncommon. Therefore, spending a few $100s per employee appears doable. Is it possible for Zuckerberg to fundamentally overcome Microsoft with Horizon Workrooms as the default virtual workspace application? To be fair, many people now associate the term Meta with their mad uncle, who publishes lunatic rants on Facebook on a daily basis. Considering that Microsoft had been in the business of selling software to enterprises since 1970s, they have a great deal more experience in this field than Facebook, even if Microsoft is still firmly associated with the Windows desktop operating system. Microsoft recognizes that only a small number of businesses will use solely computers with Windows operating system, so they created Teams, because most people consider Teams to be a Slack ripoff. Microsoft created Teams. If you conceive of a Metaverse as a type of mirror world where you can connect with other Metaverse users, the workplace collaboration side of things appears to be far more boring than the video game side. However, it's important to Microsoft's Metaverse plan. What do you think the future of the Metaverse will be like? It is contingent on the success of Facebook's proposal. If it is successful, the Metaverse may one day replace social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram. It's possible that it will disappear if it fails. When I first heard about the Metaverse, I thought it sounded interesting. To me, the thought of being able to connect with individuals without having to leave my house is appealing. However, I am beginning to believe that the Metaverse is simply another social networking site. Although it will not completely replace Facebook, it will most likely have an impact on their company. So what do you think? Do you see the Metaverse as a win? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go.